the government also, by our constitution, has a limit. What is the percentage of borrowing that can be allowed with respect to the GDP? And the argument that comes, oh, so you will pay $1 trillion, then we will be left with only, you know, those numbers just to lie to people. First, you must also account that we are doing this considering that our economy is also growing, and it is growing at 5% plus. True? So the money, if today we are at 3 trillion, next year we will be at 4 trillion because we are growing. And therefore, two arguments that I find interesting, that lock a number, go and say counties will be getting 500 billion. What a way of thinking, that you lock a number like that. What will happen when our country is a 10 trillion economy? Will we still be at 500 billion? Because people are just looking at the downside. Who said our country can't grow? It can only go down. And therefore, the only logical way of tying is tying it to a percentage. When the economy grows, it grows together with the shareable revenue. When it shrinks together with the shareable revenue. Number two, debt must not be criminalized. You cannot criminalize debt. And with tremendous respect to people who keep talking about debt without facts, debt is allowed. America has debts, China has debts, everybody has debts, Wanjiko has debts, Kibichu has debts, because I give you an example of wanting to buy a car. If you want to buy 2 million worth of a car, and every month you have 100,000 to spare for it, you have two methods, Wanjiko. You can save that money until the 20th month, then you, hopefully the car will still be 2 million, you buy it. But you will have worked for 20 months. Or you can decide to take a loan now and buy the car, but you will pay, instead of 20 months, you will pay 25 months because of interest, but start using the car today, which will improve your productivity, which will make you enjoy the benefits of that car now until you clear in the 25th month. Probably the 100,000 that you are going to use to save until the 20th month, if you enter the first route, you will double it because you are now more productive with a car. And this is exactly what the government is doing. You need to increase productivity in this country. How can you increase on productivity in this country without expansion in the infrastructure? How will the women take their bananas to the market efficiently if there are no roads? How will those bananas go to Mombasa if we don't have a way of efficiently taking them there through SGR? How will we be able to give good governance if we are not expanding the service delivery infrastructure? And I think for you to do this, you have two ways. Wait for 30 years, then build an SGR and enjoy the benefits then. Or get a loan, build it now, expand the economy and start enjoying the benefits now. So the things that we need to check is, are we overshooting the thing I said, your employer should not deduct below 1/3 of your salary. Are we overshooting that? And it's covered clearly in the Constitution. There is a percentage to which we cannot go over as a percentage of borrowing to GDP. You actually need to expand it so that you can borrow as much as even 80% of your GDP to ensure that you have rapid infrastructure development, which is true. That's what's happening in this country. You are building more power plants, you are building more roads, you are building more rail transport, you are building expressways here, you are building better places for police, you are building better places for the national administrators so that you can become a more productive economy. And therefore that 1 trillion you are talking about, you start thinking, how can we make it 10 trillion?